All right.
Well, thank you for joining me, Matt Crabtree from District 1.
Yeah.
How's life?
It's very good, thank you.
Awesome. How long have you been a citizen of Englewood?
Well, I've lived in Englewood since 2003.
And how active have you been in the community?
Well,
Some few things.
Yeah, so I first got involved back in 2007 from a community grassroots level. Over the years, I've been involved in various organizations, and both from political and nonprofit.
And so, when did you start to think we need to step in as a community and fight for our community?
Well, that was way back. That was in 2007, actually. There was a council member that didn't live in his district, and we got together with a bunch of concerned members of the community, and we got a flyer out there and started kind of addressing that issue, and that kind of jump-started everything from that point forward. So, yeah.
So last year you were involved in something. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so this was a big deal. The last elected mayor of Englewood was Charles Allen in 1949. Since then, the people of Englewood have only elected council members, and council members chose among themselves, kind of through a popularity contest, call it, their mayor. And last year, we got together with a group of concerned members of the community that we believe that we should have the right to choose our mayor and directly elect our mayor, similar to what Littleton had done just a couple years prior. We got on the ballot a question that would give the people of Englewood, basically restore their right to directly elect the mayor. And this year will be historic. This will be the first time in 76 years that the people of Englewood will have the right to directly elect and choose their mayor.
And what was the overwhelming response from the community?
It was massive. It passed by over 82%.
And so now, what do we have on the ballot for this year, and why?
Well, when this year started out, we didn't expect to have to do another ballot initiative. And I will say that this is not how the system's supposed to work. The citizens should trust their elected officials to make the decisions that we can at least somewhat support as a community. Maybe not universally, you're not going to agree with everybody, but at least to some level. Earlier this year, members of Englewood City Council, in direct response to being forced to have to elect the mayor, chose to change the way that we voted in Englewood. They spent 6 months of council time discussing this, and it wasn't a method of voting that they were talking about that was should I say normal. It was, if the argument of ranked choice voting was about, that would have been different, because that's more normal deviation from the current voting system for people to discuss. This was something completely different. This was a runoff election system that would require 2 elections for every municipal race. And it was to give City Council a tremendous amount of authority in when that second election would happen. Effectively requiring 90 days after the election in November, City Council would choose when to have that second election. We were concerned that would decrease voter turnout, it would be confusion for the voters, and it would cost the city a tremendous amount of money anytime more than 2 candidates would run for office. Well, they didn't just stop at mayor, they decided to make it for all city council and mayor position. Now, at the last minute, I think some people realized that maybe election year is not the best time to change and change the voting system, so they backed off. But the one thing that stuck was the comment from the city attorney that said, technically, the members of Englewood City Council don't have to ask the voters about this. You can just do this. And that was the point that we realized that we had to go forward with an initiative to protect the people's right to choose how we vote. And the only way we could do that is putting the current voting system that we have right now in the charter. And that means that basically draws a line. It says this is how we vote currently. It's not permanent. Nothing in the charter is permanent. It can always be changed. but it has to be changed by a vote of the people.
Thank you. And so what does this initiative exactly say?
The initiative says,
What is the number? Let me
is-
start with the
sure.
number so we can make this short.
it is ballot initiative 2A. It's Englewood specific, and it will effectively, it will protect voter rights, protecting our right to vote on how we want to vote. It will prevent city council from changing the way we vote by ordinance. It will prevent unnecessary costs or confusions during elections, at least in the near term, if council chooses in the future to change this without, if this doesn't pass, for instance. And it will put the current voting system where the candidate with the most votes wins in the city charter as of right now as just simply drawing a line. It could be changed in the future if need be, but as of right now, it draws the line, puts the current voting system that we are used to in this community in the city charter.
I thank you for making it very transparent because we do not need to pay money after money to elect one position. So thank you so much
right.
for all you do for our city.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you for being an active member in our community. Thank
Well,
you.
very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.